Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
I want to welcome you into game number 2 of the day 2 of the District 1 girls basketball tournament, as we have the Enderlin Eagles facing the Oaks Tornadoes. I'm Nick Furch, joined by Chase Miller here in this one on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. Go to irieins.com to get a free quote. We'll be right back with a little bit of a recap from game number 1, as well as what these two teams faced yesterday to get to this point. You're watching here on yourliveevent.com.
Are you looking for a smarter way to watch TV? Halstead Telephone Company introduces HTC Streaming TV. Stream your favorite TV shows using HTC's app-based service on devices like Amazon Fire Stick with cloud DVR included. Get direct access to Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu, and customize your lineup by mixing and matching streaming services that fit your lifestyle and your budget. Call Halstead Telephone Company at 800-457-2125 to learn more about HTC Streaming TV, made easy with Halstead Telephone Company.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve, so we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is proud to announce its new partnership with AP Select Seed by AgroPartners. AP Select offers the latest traits and genetics in both corn and soybeans. They're a family-owned company that believes in fair pricing along with unmatched customer support that makes them truly better by choice. Anderson Seed Farms is a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells West-bred spring wheat seed, which was the top-growing spring wheat in North Dakota last year. Contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at andersonseedfarms.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, we've got the Enderlin Eagles looking to advance their season against the Oaks Tornadoes here this afternoon. Looking at the games that both of these teams had yesterday, let's first start off with the number 7 seed Oaks Tornadoes. They were defeated last night by Sargent County 55-41. They led after the first quarter, trailed by 2 points, 21-19 at halftime. But then a solid performance from Mallory Bogart from the free throw line especially helped the Bulldogs to escape with a victory against the Tornadoes. As for the Eagles, they had the lead pretty much wire to wire against the number 3 seed Richland Colts last night, and some turnovers and a key foul there at the end allowed for the Richland Colts to escape with a victory 38-37 against the Eagles. So for both of these teams coming into this afternoon's contest, it is a win and advance to a play-in game for the region tournament. Lose and your season is over. Both of these teams hoping this is not the last time that they see the court here in the 25-26 season. We'll step aside and we'll be right back with the keys to the game here for both of these teams. You're watching here on yourliveevent.com.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
you need a Bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Been running the same skid steer brand for years? It might be time to take another look. Butler Machinery now offers the newest Cat skid steer models built to compete head-to-head on price without sacrificing performance or durability. Choose the features that fit your operation and your budget. And behind every machine is a Butler team that doesn't clock out when the work does. Real support, real response when it matters most. This season, make the switch to Cat.
Here on the Irie Insurance pregame show, get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. Go to irieins.com for a free quote. As we look at both of these teams' keys to the game for first, the Oaks Tornadoes wearing their white here on the left side of the court. For the Tornadoes, I think one of the big keys for them in this one is to try and get some of their perimeter players going. We did see a pretty solid performance from Aaliyah Freed in last night's game against the Bulldogs, finishing with double figures. But I expect to see a solid game from players like Jillian Miller as well as Lexi Harris. Those were some players for the Tornadoes that when things were going well for them, they were also a key contributor in that success for the team. So you can get Harris, Lexi Harris that is, as well as Jillian Miller contributing for this Tornadoes team. That could be one way that they're able to pick up a victory here against the Eagles. And on that side of the Eagles, right side of the court, wearing their black uniforms with the orange trim, I think one of the keys for them is getting their offense going early. One thing that we saw in the game last night against Richland is it was a low-scoring affair through the first 3 quarters of play, and it wasn't really until that final quarter where we started to see things heat up. So hopefully on an offensive side, the Eagles can get it going because, quite frankly, their defense was solid yesterday against the Colts. So if they can couple that defensive performance from last night with an improved offensive performance here this afternoon, I think that's going to be a way for Bo Deagle's team to advance to Monday afternoon for a region qualifying game. Another thing for these Oaks Tornadoes, for these Enderlin Eagles first, but one thing for Enderlin that is going to help them to be successful is to get Jana Olsen going early. Leading scorer here for the Eagles this season, so being able to get her going from beyond the arc, getting her to a couple of free looks at the free throw line, those are going to be ways that they're going to get that offense going in this one. And for the Tornadoes, just want to continue to feed Aaliyah Freed, let her open up the floor for those perimeter players. That'll do it for our pregame show, brought to you by Irie Insurance. Go to irieins.com. We'll be right back with our American Crystal Sugars starting lineups here from Lisbon. You're watching the District 1 Girls Basketball Tournament here on yourliveevent.com.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com. Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Are you looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers. They are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Our starting lineups are brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. Live the sweet life, great careers, quality products, grower owned. Visit crystalsugar.com. First, we will take a look at the starters on the scoreboard for the Enderlin Eagles. First off, we have the 5'7" sophomore forward, number 3 at Madison Buckholz. A 5'6" senior guard, number 5, Caitlin Maggio. The 5'4" sophomore guard, number 11, Jana Olsen. Joined by 5'5" senior guard, number 12, Karina Olsen. And rounding off Bo Deagle's starting 5 here for the Enderlin Eagles is the 5'5" junior forward, number 20, Zoe Getty. Now we'll turn our attention to the Oaks Tornadoes, wearing their white jerseys on the home side of the scoreboard. Starting out for them is senior guard, standing 5'7", number 3, Emily Rosendahl. Another senior guard, standing 5'3", number 4, Lexi Harris. The sophomore guard, 5'7", number 11, Jillian Miller. The 5'6", junior guard, number 21, Mallory Harris. And the starting center for the Tornadoes is the 5'11" sophomore, number 34, Aaliyah Freed. Sean Cragen is the head coach for the Tornadoes. As our starting lineup is brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. In our second loser out game of the afternoon, we've got both teams orange, black, and white. Oaks in the white, Enderlin in the black, as Freed and Buckholz set to get things started here as the Eagles going to come away with the opening tip. Jana Olsen picked up here by Lexi Harris. Now to Karina Olsen. A little man-to-man defense being played here by the Tornadoes. This is where we saw a lot of their success early on yesterday, making it difficult for Sargent County. We'll see how Enderlin able to handle it here from the start. Jana, this is out to Getty, her three-point shot off the mark. Buckholz, offensive rebound. Gets it now to Caitlin Maggio. Lexi Harris, first one to be guarding Jana Olsen here this afternoon, and we've got a foul called on the play. It's going to be called on the floor, as a foul is going to be called here on number 4, Lexi Harris, her first, team's first.
And Buckholz is going to be a big-time factor here throughout this game, Nick, especially after playing with some foul trouble last night in Enderlin's loss in the quarterfinals.
One thing I've noticed with Buckholz, just looking back and kind of looking for this game, she's really a spark plug. You expect Jana Olsen to get her points, but Buckholz is really one of those sneaky players for this Eagles team. As Freed, left-hand hook shot, no good. Second chance opportunity that time by Jillian Miller. That's going to get the scoring started here in this one. Olsen guarded by Harris. Cross court find Getty, now to Karina Olsen. Karina all the way to the rack, gets that one to fall in. Harris gonna bring it up the floor, Freed. Right hand floater shot, rattles around the rim, no good. Shot by Harris, up and again, no good. Another offensive rebound opportunity. Jillian Miller, the one trying to save it before the Tornadoes last touched by the Eagles. 90 seconds into this game, Freed out now, Rosendahl. Rosendahl tried to bounce past it. We're gonna have a kickball violation as that went off the foot of Madison Buckles. Checking into the game here for the Eagles, number 15, sophomore guard Bristol Lemna, as Zoe Getty will take a seat. And pass a little short, and a good job there by Lemna to get to it. In the corner now, this is Karina Olsen. Lemna gonna take the three-point shot, off glass, no good. Buckles chases down the offensive rebound. Nice little reverse layup for Buckles as she now has her first points. Freed down low, this is Miller, good extra pass to Mallory Harris as she is gonna draw the foul. She'll go to the line now for 2.
Foul comes up on Maja there, but going back to Buckholz, that was an athletic play. She got the tip, able to get the reversal finish with the right hand. You wouldn't even try that shot sometimes in horse, Nick. That very athletic play there by Buckholz.
Well, I promise you I'm not trying that one. As the first free throw up and good here for Mallory Harris, the 5'6" junior guard for the Tornadoes. As 1 for 2 on that trip. Buckles again skies up, gets the defensive rebound this time. Karina Olsen going to bring it up the floor. Cross court find, this is Lemna in the corner. Lemna dribble drive, kick, Majo, corner 3, up too strong as fighting for the rebound, and possession going to favor the Tornadoes as that one ricochets out of bounds. These teams met back on January 20th. It was the Eagles victorious 46-26. Deep 3 here from Rosendahl off the mark. Jana Olsen with the board. She's looking to push. Stops. Had a 3. Decides to pass down low to Buckles. And Freed with the defense and defensive rebound. Rosendahl going to bring it up the floor for the Tornadoes. Mallory Harris now being played by Karina Olsen. Good find down low. Miller. This is Lexi Harris just inside the 3-point line. No good. Miller, offensive rebound. Floater from Rosendahl. No good. Buckles with another rebound. Olsen bringing it up far side. Gets it to the middle. Deep 3 here from Jana Olsen. Tries to bank it in. No good. Buckles chases down. Offensive rebound. Olsen. This is Majo, corner 3. No good. Defensive rebound there by Harris as she's looking to push. Majo pokes it out of bounds. As Zoe Getty going to check back in for the Eagles. Majo going to take a seat. 4-3 our score, about 3.5 minutes into our second game of the day here from Lisbon. As Harris set to inbound. Tries to squeeze it into Miller, and we're going to have a jump ball, but possession arrow stays here with the Tornadoes. Again, Harris, this time into Freed. Freed shot left short. Rebound chased down by Getty. As Karina Olsen going to slow down. Nice little hesitation move there by Karina Olsen. She now has 4 for Enderlin.
I like what Karina Olsen can do. She's a slasher, and she can hit a 3, but when she gets ahead of steam, she knows how to finish.
And Freed again tries to force that one up, but no good. Harris tries to get it out to Mallory Harris, and we're going to have a foul called on the Eagles. Jana Olsen picking up the foul, her first, team's first. Freed loses that one, fighting for the ball, and last touched by the Tornadoes. Eagles basketball here. Karina Olsen going to bring it up the floor for Enderlin. Still staying in that man-to-man defense are the Tornadoes. Olsen unable to handle that pass. A defense there by Lexi Harris off ball, able to come away with the steal. Cross court find. This is Rosendahl down to Freed. Freed, left-hand hook shot, no good. Miller, Mallory Harris, deep three. Off the mark, chasing down the board is Getty. Jana Olsen now running up the floor. Gonna take it all the way, left-hand scoop layup, too strong. As last touch by Freed, and possession will stay here with Enderlin. Sway Jackson in for the Tornadoes.
Enderlin kind of similar to what they did yesterday here, get up a little bit of a lead early on, play some stingy defense as they did against the Richland Colts, so you got to like the start again from Bo Deagle's club.
And able to sneak her way to that low block on the far side is Bristol Lemna, and that will lead to a timeout. We'll be right back here from Lisbon.
Triple E Incorporated in Page is cheering on the Raiders as they compete on and off the court and field. They put in the effort to build a team with trust, experience, and the ability to accomplish their goals. The team at Triple E Incorporated is built the same way, with knowledge and experience, with timeliness and efficiency. For your next non-residential building project, go online to eeeinc.com or stop by the office in Page for more information. Make your next project a winner with the team at Triple E Incorporated in Page.
That timeout called by the Tornadoes, brought to you by Bank North. Not new, not national, Bank North is a hometown bank focused on relationships, local decisions, and community support. Find out more at banknorth.bank. Well, we saw yesterday the Oaks Tornadoes able to get off to a fast start against the Sargent County Bulldogs. Not seeing that here in this one. Definitely playing more towards the Eagles style from yesterday, as that three from Alexi Harris connects. And just like that, lead down to 2 for the Eagles.
Don't matter how you take the lid off the rim as long as it goes through the cylinder, Nick.
Absolutely. It may be Saturday, but the bank is open for Harris as we've got a corner three from Lemna. That one left short. Miller, another rebound here for the Tornadoes. She's gotten quite a few here in this opening period. Good backdoor cut by Mallory Harris. A little behind the basket, so unable to get a good shot attempt up towards the rim. Olsen now going to set up the offense here for Enderlin. 2.5 remaining in quarter number 1. Jana Olsen, and trying to hedge the screen was Sway Jackson, and she is going to be called for her first, team's second. As Caitlin Maggio going to check back into the game, Madison Buckleman's going to take a seat. Jana gets it into Lemna. Her three-point shot off the mark. Fighting for the board is Karina Olsen and Mallory Harris. Last touch by Karina. See kind of an extended 2-3 being played by the Eagles. Really trying to put ball pressure on up top. Harris tries to get it down low to Miller. Good recovery defense that time by Getty, able to poke it free. Freed back into the game for Oaks. Harris gets it to Miller near the free throw line. Stops. Able to get it to Mallory Harris. Stuck in the corner is Miller. Down low to Freed. Freed tries to toss that one up, and we're going to have a foul called as Aaliyah Freed is going to head to the free throw line for her first trip here of the afternoon. That foul going to be called on Zoe Getty, her team's third. First free throw for Aaliyah, up and good.
And a good quick spin move there by Freed. Just, the help came just a little bit late to cause a little bit of the body contact there as Freed to the line.
2 for 2 for Aaliyah. As we got a substitution here, Madison Buckles back into the game for Maggio. So here at the 2-minute mark, we're tied up at 8 apiece on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. As we see kind of a difference in style of play here. The Eagles definitely wanted to play slow as Mallory Harris picks that off, gets the transition bucket, and she now has 3. That's her first points from the floor. Just like that, Tornadoes with their first lead, and Harris tries to steal it. Lexi Harris, that is, does. Freed. Down to Jackson. Jackson tries to dish that one off, but she is going to be bumped, and the contact will lead to a foul called on Buckles, her first, team's 4th.
Well, after the timeout by Sean, it's been an 8-0 run here for the Oaks Tornadoes, so a nice timeout there, Nick, and it's been all Tornadoes since.
As that one hits off the bottom of the net, and we're going to have a turnover here by the Tornadoes. As substitution here, Emily Rosendahl back into the game for Oaks. Jillian Miller going to take a seat. Miller, a couple of rebounds here early on in quarter number 1 for the Tornadoes. Enderlin under 90 seconds to go. Got a chance to reclaim the lead here with a 3-point shot, or at least tie it up. Buckles all the way to the rack, and she is able to get that one to go. She now has 4 points, tied up at 10 all. Harris, good screen there. Dump off to Mallory Harris. Ball ricochets around the rim, no good. Rebound for Madison Buckles. Karina Olsen going to bring it up the floor. 2-for-1 opportunity for the Eagles if they want. 3-point shot from Getty is good. Zoe Getty with her first points in this one. First made triple for the Eagles. 12-second difference between shot clock and game clock, and we're going to have a foul called here on Madison Buckles, her second. And this was a concern yesterday for Buckles getting in foul trouble early on.
Yeah, and this one is also tough just because of the size of what Freed brings, right? So you just go a little bit smaller in the lineup for Bo Deagle's club. And then the question as the game goes, Bo normally likes to play man pressure, but you might maybe see a zone as this one continues a little bit here, Nick, especially if the Tornadoes can start getting offensive rebounds as the game progresses.
Substitution here for Oaks as Maya Sunby going to come into the game for Mallory Harris. Second free throw for Freed is up and good. 3 for 4 from the charity stripe is Aaliyah in this one as the Tornadoes trail by 2. About a 5-6 second difference between shot clock and game clock. Majo up top now. This is Getty. Lemna. And going for the steal is Lexi Harris. Olsen does handle the basketball. Now guarded, going to go a little more ISO. 10 left on the shot clock. Majo, dribble drive, kick out to Getty. Her 3-point shot, left long. Sunby with the rebound. Final seconds here of the first quarter. Harris going all the way to the rack. Mid-range jumper by Aaliyah Freed. Left short. Sunby comes flying in for the offensive rebound opportunity. And with the jump ball, just a 1.5 left on the game clock, as Enderlin will have at least a final shot opportunity. Karina Olsen, her 3-point launch is off the mark, and that'll do it through our first quarter of play here from Lisbon as the Eagles lead by 2. You're watching here on yourliveevent.com.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their clothing and footwear department, featuring the brands of Brothers in Arms, Howitzer, Ariat, Cinch, and Twisted X Footwear. Emery Vistos Implement everything and anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or call 701-742-2167.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
13-11 the score here as we take a look here in our broadcast booth, brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency, your headquarters for home auto, life, farm, ranch, and other forms of insurance. Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance. Call 701-724-6252. Nick Furch and Chase Miller here from Lisbon as we got a turnover on the first possession by the Oaks Tornadoes as the Eagles saw their 8-2 lead turn to a 10-8 deficit. A little 5-0 run to finish off the first quarter gives them the 2-point advantage here going into the second quarter. Olsen still without a bucket. Dribble drive goes all the way to the rack, and Freed going to be called for the blocking foul. Or excuse me, no, they are going to call Freed on the blocking foul. And not shooting, going to be called on the floor. So that foul for Freed, her first, team's first here in quarter number 2. Karina up top to Jana, 3-point shot. Off the mark. Good strong board by Mallory Harris as Karina Olsen going to be called for the foul. Team's first in quarter number 2. Also the first one for Karina here this afternoon. Tornadoes led in scoring right now by Lexi Harris. Made 3-point shot. And Aaliyah Freed with 3 free throws. She's going to go all the way to the rack, and she gets her first bucket from the floor. As we are now tied up at 13 all on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Olsen stops, turns, gets it out to Karina. Now back to Jana. Working a little one-on-one, step back. Good defense there by Lexi Harris. This is Lemna, her dribble drive, and we're going to have a foul called on the play as Bristol Lemna going to head to the line now with a chance for 2 free throws. That foul is going to be called on number 21, Mallory Harris, her first, team second.
Going back to Aaliyah Freed on the previous possession, loved the spin move, but loved the finish that she did with the left hand, right? So there's not a block potential or try to stay away from a double if you quickly spin it in. So a nice post movement. We've seen Freed so far can spin left, can spin right, and try to work on the interior.
Empty trip there from the free throw line for Lemna, staying here tied up at 13 all. Freed gonna get it just above the block, and we're gonna have a jump ball called as the possession arrow favors Enderlin. Good job there by the Eagles, able to collapse on Freed just above that block, a couple feet away from the bucket. Olsen, dribble handoff to Olsen. Karina now to Getty. This is Jana. Thought about the 3, instead going to dribble drive. And last touch by the Tornadoes. As you can see, Olsen starting to get a little frustrated there on the drive. Still held without a bucket first quarter and change in this contest. Lemna out to Karina Olsen. Majo now top of the key. Good job there by Freed. His 3-point shot from Karina Olsen banks in. She now has 7 for the Eagles as they reclaim the lead.
A really good shot attempt there by Karina. Again, Oaks banked in 1 3, Enderlin's banked in another, so I think we're even in that category.
As Karina going to go coast to coast and gets the layup to fall. She now has 9 for the Eagles as a little bit of chaos there on the ball screen. Mallory Harris now down low to Freed. Freed this time going to turn over the opposite shoulder. Using that pivot foot, turns around. Harris, deep 3, off the mark. Offensive rebound, Jillian Miller, and that one's going to go out of bounds towards the Eagles as Sway Jackson going to come back into the game. Lexi Harris going to take a seat. Jana Olsen going to walk it up the floor here for Enderlin, leading by 5. Jana going to take the 3, top of the key, and gets that one to fall. As the offense starting to come alive here in the second quarter for the Eagles. And quick little officials timeout as the ball was starting to float away. So kind of slow it down here a little bit. But for the Eagles, leading by 8. And if we look back just to last night's game, it took them a while to get to this 21-point mark as another made bucket for Aaliyah Freed. She now has 7.
And with Buckholtz again with those couple of fouls, Freed's going right to work on the inside right now for the Tornadoes.
Lemna to Jana Olsen. Olsen, step back. Good job by Rosendahl, able to defend and cut off the drive and defend the step back. This time though the step back is going to work. As Olsen back-to-back triples, now 3 made threes in the quarter for Enderlin. They are leading 11-4. All 4 points coming from Aaliyah Freed as she does a little bit of a hop step there without taking any sort of dribble. So travel violation by Freed. 9-point lead, largest so far here for Enderlin. Chance to make it double digits here as we near the halfway point in quarter number 2. Olsen, step back move, step back 3, and that one off the mark. Miller chases down the board. Jillian Miller bringing it up the floor. Gets it now to Mallory Harris. Mallory's drive as the lane just opened up. Mallory Harris now with her second made shot. She's got 4 points. Halfway through quarter number 2. Up top, this is Majo. Lemna now with the basketball. Getty going to take the 3-point shot and connect. Second made triple here for Zoe Getty. She's got 6. As lead here, double digits for the Eagles. Stolen by Jana Olsen. Her drive, Harris tries to cut her off. Spin move, and Jana Olsen, after being held scoreless for the first quarter and change, 8 points here in the second quarter as we've got a timeout called by the Tornadoes as the Eagles lead 29-17.
Ready to move better, feel stronger, and perform at your peak? At Evolve Therapy and Performance in Hankinson, they do more than rehab, they help you evolve. From physical and occupational therapy to wellness services, dry needling, and PEMF, Evolve Therapy and Performance treats the whole you. Athletes, their sports performance training is fully individualized, built around your sport, position, and season. Transform the way you live, play, and feel. Visit Evolve Therapy and Performance in Hankinson and take the next step today.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Get in touch with David Bergerman today at 701-724-6252.
A bracket breakdown here brought to you by Page Seed and Agronomy out of Page, North Dakota. As Napoleon Gackle Street are out in District 2, able to defeat South Border. They will be in a region qualifying game on Monday out in Napoleon High School. As coming off of that timeout by the Tornadoes, we have a turnover as Buckles back on the floor and gets the steal. Olsen taps the top of the head and sets up the offense here for the Eagles, leading by 12. Getty gonna take the 3-point shot. This one off the mark. Hit a 3 just before that timeout. As Harris, Lexi Harris that is, her dribble drive, gets it down to Mallory Harris, but no good as Buckles with another rebound. Way to run the floor there by Buckles, just unable to handle that pass by Karina Olsen. Aaliyah Freed going to come back into the game here for the Tornadoes, trailing by 12.
Big 240 though here, right, to see if Buckholz maybe picks up that third or not. You got to know that Oaks probably going inside to Freed to try to see if they can get Buckholz to commit the foul potentially.
As you see her posting up strong, and good job there by Buckholz as she was fronting Freed, and they tried that lob pass over top, able to get a fingertip on it, deflect it out of bounds. So Lexi Harris trying to inbound it, gets it to Mallory. Mallory tries a dump off pass to Freed. Freed shot up and rattles around and out of the rim. We got a foul going to be called here on Caitlin Majo. That foul by Majo is the second team foul, her second personal. Another trip to the free throw line for Aaliyah Freed, 3 for 4 in that first quarter. As the first free throw attempt of quarter number 2 up and in. And that free throw off the mark. Jackson fighting for the board, and Buckles the one who finally comes away with it as Jana Olsen going to set up the offense here in the half court for Enderlin, leading by 11. Buckles, and she loses the ball, but able to regather and put it up and in. She now has 6. Lead up to 13, 2 minutes remaining. Jackson, near side wing, back up top to Lexi Harris. Lexi's drive, kicks to Mallory Harris in the corner. Inside to Jackson, and we're going to have a foul called here on Jana Olsen. That's her second, team's third. As Bristol Lemna going to come back into the game. Jana Olsen going to take a seat. Coach Deagle not wanting to risk Jana Olsen picking up a third foul here in the first half. Harris to Harris. Mallory tried to get it back to Lexi, and we're going to have a foul called here, as that's going to be called on Zoe Getty, her second, team's fourth.
I got a lot picking up 2 fouls right now with Getty, with Olsen. Also, like you talked about, Buckholz, Majo right now here for both Deagles Club.
Mallory Harris gets the loose ball, freed off glass, no good. Getty chases down the rebound. Resets, gets it to Karina Olsen. Down low, Buckles doesn't handle it cleanly and turns around. Karina Olsen, top of the key, can set up the offense. Instead, dribble drive, kick to Lemna in the corner, unable to handle that pass. And we've got a turnover here for Enderlin. Final minute 16 of the first half of play. I believe we were tied at 13 all at one point here, and it has been all Eagles the majority of this second quarter. Down low to Freed, and Buckles doing a good job against Freed down low, being able to defend without picking up that third foul. Lemna now with the basketball up top to Karina Olsen. Under a minute to go. Buckles getting ready to set a ball screen. Buckles now to Lemna. Lemna's dribble drive. Back out to Karina Olsen. Working on Harris. Harris doing a good job on ball defense. Majo, her shot is going to draw a foul. She'll go to the line now for her first free throws. Foul on Lexi Harris, her second, team's third.
So far for Enderlin, 18 points in the quarter, just compared to 7 for the Tornadoes. And part of the reason why, obviously, is those barrage of three-pointers that came in about 2.5-minute stretch there for the Enderlin Eagles, which, quite frankly, Nick, is kind of the story of the game between these two teams.
As the free throw from Majo is no good. And you see the Eagles with a little bit of foul trouble, pulling off all of their players from the lane, as that free throw from Majo up and in. She now has a point on the box score. Deflected by Getty, gonna stay here with the Tornadoes. Shot clock, game clock, virtually the same, about a 0.2 of a second difference, so can settle for the final shot if you'd like. Miller. Now to Harris, and stepping in front of that pass is Madison Buckles. Another steal for Madison. Final seconds ticking off of the game clock in the corner. This is Majo, her three-point jumper, no good. Buckles offensive rebound. Jillian Miller gets the steal. Final couple seconds, need to get a shot off and unable to do so, as that'll do it through our first half of play. The Enderlin Eagles, big second quarter, gives them a 14-point advantage going into the halftime locker room. We will step aside and we'll be back with our halftime show, brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency, as the Eagles lead over the Oaks Tornadoes in the loser-out game here at the half.
Hankinson is a very progressive small town that's actually, I would say, growing or thriving rather than dying.
If you have a family, this is a top-notch school system.
Hankinson's a small enough town that you feel secure.
We're able to be self-sustaining by having all of these awesome amenities.
And although Hankinson may be a small town, it has lots of things to keep you entertained or to start a new career.
Find home in Hankinson, North Dakota.
Hi, my name is Julie Falk. I am the owner and pharmacist in charge at Hankinson Drug. We really want to help everyone in the best way that we know how. We do med synchronization, so everyone gets their medication on time. We have mail outs if you need them. We also have gift registry, whether you're getting married or if you're having a child.
Find home in Hankinson, North Dakota.
Crossroads Electric is committed to providing solutions for every customer. They know that each customer is different, which is why all of their services can be easily customized. Whether it is heating, ventilating, or air conditioning, let the team at Crossroads Electric take care of you from residential, commercial, or ag electric work. With offices in Milner and Lisbon, Crossroads Electric serves Sargent, Ransom, Richland, Dickey, and Lemoore counties. Call Crossroads Electric today for your professional grade low-level coal monitor at 701-427-4328.
Hometown Community Bank serves both the Hope Page and Maple Valley School Districts in Page and Fingal, North Dakota. If you're interested in an ag loan, real estate, consumer, commercial, or HELOC, give Dwight a call at either branch location. Reach out to Janine about investing in a certificate of deposit or save by opening a money market account. Proudly supporting the Maple River Raiders and wishing the athletes and coaches a successful year. Hometown Community Bank is an equal housing lender and member of the FDIC.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
32-18 is the Eagles' lead at halftime. Our halftime show brought to you by Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman Agency, your headquarters for home, auto, life, farm and ranch, business, crop, and health insurance. Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance. Call 701-724-6252. As we look at the first half scoring here in this one, the leading scorer for both teams is Karina Olsen. She has 9 points. She had 4 in the opening quarter, 5, including a made 3 in that second quarter. Trailing her is Jana Olsen with 8 points, all coming in the second quarter. Madison Buckles and Zoe Getty each with 6 for the Eagles. Bristol Lemna made shot, and Caitlin Maggio made free throw to add up to their 32 points, 13 points in the first quarter, 19 in the second. As for the Oaks Tornadoes, they are led in scoring by Aaliyah Freed. She has 8 of her team's 18 points, as well as 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Lexi Harris, a made 3 back in the first. Mallory Harris, 3 points also in the first quarter, 4 points for Jillian Miller, 1 made bucket in each quarter. 11 points in the first quarter, 7 points in the second quarter for the Tornadoes to get them to their 18 points. We'll step aside and we'll hear from Chase Miller on his thoughts on the first half, as well as what to expect for the second half of action. Here from Lisbon, loser out game, as the winner of this game plays a region qualifier on Monday. Eagles lead by 14.
Hope Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at Hope Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about Hope Page Public Schools by visiting hopepage.k12.nd.us. We are Hope Page, and we will change the world.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At Irie Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact Irie Insurance for guidance you can trust.
Milner Grain understands that agriculture is your livelihood, and we're committed to providing you with the highest quality of services to meet your farming needs. Milner Grain has a passion for our community and the farmers we serve. Milner Grain is locally owned and operated. When you're looking for a partner in the field, look to Milner Grain. Call 701-427-5284 or check out Milner Grain's app with current up-to-date prices. Milner Grain is here to help you and your farm grow.
Racing returns to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota. Save the date for Tuesday, June 30th. World of Outlaws late models. Start the finish. Ada Building Center Showdown presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. And a season schedule filled with the return of the Wayzata Modifieds, NLRA late models, IMCA Modifieds, Race Savers Sprints. It's Thursday night racing at NCR. For the full Norman County Raceway schedule, visit ncraceway.com.
32-18 here on our Farmers Union Insurance David Bergman Agency halftime show. Chase, what are your thoughts there on the first half of play for both of these teams, as well as what to expect going into the second half?
Yeah, if you're Oaks, you're probably going to try to run Enderlin off the three-point line, which means then you better have good backside help defense. You're going to continue man pressure defense with how the way Jana Olsen and company is going. The one thing for Enderlin is, can you close out a team right after yesterday, allowing Richland to kind of hang in the game, then the Colts to that big fourth quarter. So message for Enderlin, pedal to the metal, see if you can get this one up to 20, before you get to the fourth quarter. Well, if you're Oaks, the old adage is try to get within single digits for the fourth quarter. Someone other than Freed obviously has to be a consistent scoring option. Yes, there's a Harris. Yes, there's a Miller. But the offense is going through her. And then the other kicker on this is the foul situation. Enderlin's got a wholesale with 2 right now, which is fine. But the problem is, if you get a quick third on Maj, you get a quick third on a Jana Olsen, you get a quick third on Buckholtz, Bull Deagle, and he doesn't really go deep down the bench. He likes to play 6 into 7. That could be a storyline as this game goes a little bit closer. So if you're Oaks, downhill mentality, obviously force it to feed, but be ready to catch and shoot. And then on the opposite side, if you're Enderlin, the threes keep going as they were in the second quarter. Keep letting them cast if they come out and hedge on you. Find the way to drive and kick and maybe get to the paint as well here, Nick. Those are kind of some of the things to watch out for in the second half.
Absolutely, as we see the Eagles leading on the scoreboard here. That'll do it for our Farmers Union Insurance David Bergman Agency halftime show. We'll step back and we'll be right back with second half action here in just a moment.
Performance Ag west of Borup with Eric today. And Eric, you've been around since 2013.
We're a full-service agronomy center. We have the fertilizer, seed, chemical, liquid fertilizer. We got our water there, and we'll have everything right in close proximity now with that new addition to our fertilizer building. Like we like to say at Performance Ag, we don't want all the business, just yours. So the best way to reach me is my cell number. It's 701-799-0356.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street and I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Our bracket breakdown brought to you by Page Seed and Agronomy for quality seed and service you can count on. Call 701-388-2635. That is Page Seed and Agronomy out of Page, North Dakota. Winner of this game will go on to play the loser of our next contest between Maple River and Wyoming Lidgewood. The loser of this contest will see their season come to an end. As we look at our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Eagles lead by 14. Tornadoes first possession. Lexi Harris lines up from 3 and able to connect. That is her second made triple of the contest. Olsen now to Olsen. Karina now with the basketball. Jana playing with those 2 fouls. Working on Harris. Good behind the back move. as she tries to dump that one off, and the possession's going to stay here with Enderlin.
Well, good start for Oaks, right? You get a quick three-pointer, something they didn't really have a ton of, so to speak, in that first half of play here, Nick. So try to see if you can get a stop and get a score and get a little run brewing here for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, that three by Harris, her second, but only the team's second made three-pointer. She's got both of them. As she is tasked with guarding Jana Olsen, and she's going to pick up a foul here, and I believe this is going to be her third, as it is. So that's going to be something here to watch. She has been kind of the main defender, and yet Mallory Harris now going to switch on to Jana Olsen. As a backdoor cut to Karina, pass no good. Jana back with the basketball, top of the key. She's got some space, step back three, rims in and out, buckles. Another offensive rebound chance. Unable to get that one to go. A little bit of a break there for the Tornadoes. Couple of good looks for Enderlin as Majo and throws it away, stolen by Rosendahl. Rosendahl no good. Fighting for the board is Karina Olsen. She gets it now to Jana Olsen, bringing it up near side. Up top to Karina. She's going to take the three. That one off the mark. Mallory Harris with the rebound. Lexi Harris with the basketball. Spin move, dribble drive, tries to go baseline. Tries to throw it to the opposite corner. Good help side defense there by Getty, able to poke that one out of bounds. 90 seconds into our second half of play in the loser out game. What team is going to have a chance to make it to the region qualifying game on Monday, as we've got a jump ball here. I believe that was Getty getting tied up with Aaliyah Freed.
Well, so far, a couple three-point looks for Enderlin. They just haven't dropped, and they don't continue to drop. We'll see how that maybe changes throughout the course of the game. But some teams, you live and die by the three, so to speak. Like in baseball, you kind of live and die by that extra base hit or not if you don't get it.
Karina Olsen now to Getty. Getty has a pair of triples. Karina Olsen guarded by Harris. Harris picked up that third foul just a moment ago. Backdoor cut. Olsen out to Getty. Thought about the three. And we're going to have a backcourt violation as that one goes off the hands of Jana Olsen. And you can start to feel the energy here from the Tornadoes bench and fan base that they're starting to feel that, at least on the defensive side, starting to get some momentum as the Eagles still without a point here first 2 minutes in the second half.
That was just really good help side defense, as you alluded to. Olsen with the back cut, just really good help and forcing them to get something off.
Freed thought about a backdoor cut and realized she was open just inside the free throw line. She's now in double figures with 10. Lead down to single digits, as you alluded to during our halftime show. Just got to get it down to single digits, and obviously they're hoping to close this gap more, trailing by 9. Eagles, this is Lemna now with the basketball. Olsen, wide open three, and able to get that one to go. That three-point shot for Olsen almost feels like an open layup for other players, as she now has 3 triples, 11 points in this one. Freed with the basketball, kind of too far underneath the rim, gets her own miss, and she puts it in, now has a chance for a 3-point play. Going to stick with it there is Aaliyah Freed, 4 of 6 from the free throw line back in the first half. That foul is going to be committed by Caitlin Majo, her third, as Freed's free throw up and in.
Again, Freed's going to be the one that stirs the offense here, and then on the opposite side, that was just miscommunication. You can't let Jana Olsen that open. You at least have to switch if you're going to get picked off on that previous possession for the Eagles.
And Mallory Harris just strips that one away as she is driving. Buckles with the chase down block. Oh, what great defensive effort there by Buckles as Harris hard crashed to the floor, slow getting up. Hopefully she is okay, but what a defensive effort there in transition by Madison Buckles.
Without question, that could be your defensive play of the game so far here in this tournament.
Cross court, fine, opposite corner, Mallory Harris, her shot no good. Freed offensive rebound, just kind of chucks it up and almost able to get that one to follow. Madison Buckles with another rebound. Jana Olsen, as Coach Deagle shouting out instructions to his team. Lemna, guarded by Rosendahl. This is Majo now, top of the key. Karina Olsen And Lemna tosses that one up. She gets fouled. She'll go to the line now for a chance at a couple of free throws. Foul is going to be called on Aaliyah Freed. Her second, team second.
And going back to Aaliyah on the offensive side, that's one where you just want her to come back down with it, not kind of force it up, because like you said, threw it up. She was fading away, wasn't turned towards the basket. But, you know, at the end of the day, you're trying to get the ball off because she knows if she dribbles, she's got 3 piranhas around her ankles that are about ready to take the ball away from her, Nick.
As the first free throw is up and good. Second one also up and good. Lemna now with 4 points. Mallory Harris subbed in by Sway Jackson. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Tornadoes as they've gotten the game down to single digits, currently trailing by 11.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
37-26, Enderlin leads. A timeout brought to you by Bank North. Banking should feel personal, and at Bank North, it does. They're proud to be local, supporting local teams and the communities they serve. Visit banknorth.bank to learn more. Tornado is able to get it down to 9. Lead currently at 11 for the Eagles. Harris lines it up from 3, leaves that one off front iron. Jana Olsen with the rebound. Halfway through quarter number 3. The Eagles have led most of, if not the entire way. As Lemna, her dribble drive, dump off pass to Getty. Good job by Freed to step over and play straight up and get the deflection. Rosendahl to Miller. Miller, left hand 3, able to get that one to fall. She now has 7 for the Tornadoes.
Said it at the half, Nick. Could you get it within single digits at least? And Oaks has done a good job. They've outscored the Eagles in this third quarter to trim the deficit.
And Olsen this time goes all the way to the rack. She is fouled. Going to go to the free throw line for her first 2 free throws of the afternoon.
Just 5 points in the quarter so far for Enderlin, while on the opposite side you got 11 here for Oaks. So again, if you're Sean, the head coach for the Tornadoes, one, they've done a good job coming out of timeouts, you know, having a little run. We saw that in the first half when they were down by 6. They flipped it to get up 10-8. Number 2, able to see Miller get a 3. If you can get one by Miller, one by Harris, just to open up the paint a little bit more for Freed, that can go a long way.
As Aaron Rodin checking into the game during those free throws, and during that loose ball challenge there, we're going to have a travel violation called by the Eagles. So 8-point lead for Enderlin. Seen that lead get as high as 13 points. Is that one thrown away? Olsen gets to it up ahead. This is Jana Olsen now. And Jana gets that one to fall. She now has 13 points in the contest. Jillian Miller, cross-court find. This is Jackson. Harris now to Miller. Miller tried to get it down low. Does get it down low to Freed. Freed, power dribble back. Maybe deflected by Lemna as the Eagles able to win that defensive possession. Jana Olsen back up top now to Karina Olsen. Jana working on Miller all the way to the bucket. We're going to have a reach and foul, and it looks like the initial call is going to be on Harris, and that will be Lexi Harris's 4th foul, team's 4th as well. First free throw from Jana Olsen, up and good. Emily Rosendahl in for Harris, and question is how long can you allow her to sit on your bench before subbing her back in. Second free throw up and good. So an 0-2 trip last time from the charity stripe. 2 for 2 that time for Olsen. Miller to Rosendahl. Rosendahl dribble drive, kicks out to Rodin. And we're going to have a foul called as Lemna tries to help from the backside. Not necessarily the worst foul to take there, only the second team foul, her first for Lemna, as Freed's going to head to the bench. Mallory Harris checking back in. Jackson, Rodine to Harris, now to Rosendahl. Rosendahl tried to force it down low to Miller. Good job stepping in front. As we've got a timeout call, this time by the Eagles, as they lead by 12.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
41-29. I'm Nick Furch. Chase Miller joining me in our Farmers Union Insurance David Bergman Agency broadcast booth. Your headquarters for home, auto, life, and more. Not all products underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance. Call 701-724-6252. A little tight quarters up here in our Farmers Union Insurance David Bergman Agency broadcast booth.
Gazoon tight.
3-point shot from Karina Olsen. Oh, that would have been huge for Enderlin if that would have been able to fall. Miranda Quezada with the rebound as she checked in during that timeout. This is Miller to Quezada. Up top, Rosendahl, her three, no good. Fighting for the board is Rodine, but coming down with it is Buchholz. .90 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Good job hedging by Rosendahl as Jana Olsen tosses that one up. Quezada with another rebound. For the Tornadoes, can they get a bucket or two as we've got a turnover? Karina Olsen, good job by Rosendahl to cut her off. Majo up top to Jana Olsen. Jana kicks it out to Karina, but unable to keep it in bounds as a turnover by Enderlin. Final 60 seconds ticking off for the Tornadoes offense, as that one off the foot of Aaron Rodine. Jana Olsen coming away with it. Jana slowly walking it up the floor. Karina now with the basketball. Buchholz far side guarded by Quezada. Back to Karina Olsen looking for some off-ball screen action for Jana Olsen. This is Buchholz in the corner. Her three-point shot is off the mark. Jana Olsen with the offensive rebound, spins baseline, throws that one up, able to get that one to go. She now has 9 points in the quarter. 17 on the game for Jana Olsen, as this is Harris inside, and we're going to have a jump ball between Quezada and Majo. 10.2 remaining. As Zoe Getty going to check back in. Karina Olsen going to take a quick breather. Aaliyah Freed also coming back into the game for the Tornadoes. Freed and Jana Olsen fighting for the basketball, and possession arrow going to favor the Eagles.
That was a good job by Jana, right? The bounce pass came, but she went on it immediately to not allow Freed to get up towards the rim with it and cause that one to go back to Enderlin.
Going to have a chance for the final shot. Here is Jana. The final seconds ticking off. Gets it to the corner, and that one not going to count, and if there was a foul there, it would have been after the buzzer. So at the end of 3 quarters, the Enderlin Eagles up by 14. The fourth quarter action will be back in just a moment here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Are you looking for the perfect hardwood for your next winter project? Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has exciting news. Hardwood is now available in the Red River Valley only at Cywick. Whether you're a crafter, woodworker, or hobbyist, they have what you need to make your project. Choose from 3 convenient thicknesses and a beautiful variety of woods: red oak, cherry, white oak, hard maple, walnut, hickory, and poplar. Get started on your next masterpiece with the help of Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro.
Quality education, affordable tuition, student opportunities. That's the Viking Promise. Valley City State University. Discover yourself here at VCSU. Visit today. A university that knows your name. Personal relationships with your professors. The tools to help you succeed. That's Valley City State University. Trusted name, affordable degrees. Visit today.
43-29 the score on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing our heritage, sharing our future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Freed, quick bucket there for the Tornadoes, as she now has 15 points on the evening. For the Eagles, already a better scoring performance than they had in the quarterfinal game yesterday against the Richland Colts. Now the biggest thing for Enderlin, can they close this one out unlike what they were able to do yesterday? Down low, this is Buckles. And that one goes through the hands of Zoe Getty, back to Buckles. Buckles not able to handle it cleanly, and a shot clock violation. So possession will turn over to the Tornadoes.
A good defense there for Oaks. You'll gladly take it, get a stop here, and try to build something off of it here early in the fourth quarter.
Time is your enemy, but if you can get a shot clock violation, that's A-OK defensively. This is Jackson. Cross court, fine. Rosendahl in the corner. And kind of in between Miller and Jackson, as that one's going to sail out of bounds. Turnover by Oaks.
And going back to that shot clock, right, both teams will take it, to your point. When you start thinking as a coach, once you kind of get under 5, under 4, that's when you really start thinking possessions. What do you got time left up for timeouts? What do you need to do strategy-wise as you go forward throughout the game?
A good steal there by Jillian Miller on Buckles down low. 3-point shot from Mallory Harris off the mark. Freed offensive rebound. Too strong off glass. Buckles with another rebound. 6 points for Buckles, and got to be close to that double-digit mark in rebounds as she gets another offensive rebound, and as she came down, just lost her balance. As that's going to be a turnover. Lexi Harris into the game for Swade Jackson. Lexi Harris with 4 fouls into this one. Going to have to be careful. I don't expect to see her guarding Jana Olsen as she has throughout most of today's contest. Miller to Harris as Karina Olsen with the basketball. Winner of today's game going to play the loser of our next contest between Wyoming Lidgerwood and Maple River. As the Eagles offense has been patient most of the evening, but as we approach the over 2-minute mark gone in quarter number 4, they are fine being as patient as they need to be. Good hesitation, good drive. Jana Olsen unable to get that one to go, but she's going to go to the free throw line. 2 for 4 from the charity stripe so far this evening.
And if you're both Deagle, you kind of hit it. This is like a python a little bit right now, right? You're just killing some time off the clock, slowly trying to strangle the rest of this game out of the way.
Timeout called here by the Tornadoes. We'll take time with them as they trail by 12.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities.
Before the farming season moves forward, there's one important decision to make. Every year brings unknowns: weather, markets, yields. Multi-peril crop insurance helps protect the work you put in long before harvest. The MPCI crop insurance closing deadline is March 16th. At IRE Insurance, we've helped generations of farmers plan ahead with confidence. Let's make sure you're ready. Contact IRE Insurance for guidance you can trust.
43-31. Bracket breakdown brought to you by Page Seed and Agronomy. Winner here goes on to play the loser of our next contest, Wymer Lidgerwood and Maple River. Game about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one, as the first free throw by Jana Olsen is up and good. Olsen now with 18. Second free throw upcoming. And that one no good. Mallory Harris with the rebound. 2-1 the scoring here in the fourth quarter. Talked about this in the last game. Both teams coming off of a back-to-back. Three-point shot by Rosendahl off the mark. And stepping out of bounds is going to be Jillian Miller going for that offensive rebound. But playing back-to-back games on back-to-back days can be challenging. So we'll see what both these teams have left in the tank in the final 5 minutes and plus of the fourth quarter. Good ball pressure there by Rosendahl, but able to clear it. Majo now briefly loses it, reclaims the basketball. Karina Olsen guarded by Rosendahl. 44-31 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. That one poked away by Miller. Miller fights for it. We've got a timeout called, or excuse me, no, a jump ball called, as if Oaks wanted the timeout, did not get it in time.
Not the worst thing not to take the timeout, because they only got one left here, Nick, too.
So the jump ball is going to stay here with Enderlin. So shot clock does not reset. 5 seconds remaining. We'll see if they recognize it. Olsen, her drive, throws that one up, does not touch the rim. So another shot clock violation. And that's 2 in the fourth quarter, but that's also minute 10 off of the clock for the Tornadoes, trailing by 13, needing to go on a run, as Aaliyah Freed might be the one to try and get that started here for the Tornadoes. She's got all 4 points here in the fourth quarter. That one off glass. Buckles, another offensive rebound in the corner. Lemna, her three, no good. Fighting for the offensive rebound is Buckles, and she must have tossed that off of Freed, as it's going to stay here with Enderlin.
You can say maybe 1A for a player of the game could be a Jana Olsen, a 1B could be a Buckholz, especially with some of the dirty work she's had to do inside tonight.
Yeah, only 6 points coming in the first half, but her effort down low guarding Aaliyah Freed, as well as getting extra possessions, has been very impressive for Coach Deagle's squad. Buckles down low, and that one's going to be out of bounds on Madison. As Aaron Rodin back into the game for the Tornadoes, the 5'6" freshman guard, is Emily Rosendahl going to take a seat. Halfway through the final quarter of this one. Cross-court find. Mallory Harris, her shot no good. Rebound up ahead. This is Getty. And good recovery defense there by Jillian Miller to poke that one out of bounds. Going to force the Eagles to set up a half-court offense.
Yeah, if Oaks can come back in the game, circle that Miller play, because that was an easy Saturday afternoon special, so to speak, for a two-pointer.
Good steal there now by Miller. So pokes it away first and then gets it. And, unfortunately, Kind of had to double clutch that pass and throws it into the hands of Karina Olsen. Rodin guarding Jana Olsen now. Lemna to Karina. Getty, her drive, tosses that one up too strong, and no one for the Tornadoes goes for the board. Lemna loses it. Miller comes away with another steal. Great defensive game here for Jillian Miller. Rodin, her shot off the mark. Getty, rebound. Karina Olsen does a good job coming back towards the basketball. As a timeout going to be called here by the Eagles, as they lead by 11, just under 3 minutes remaining.
Are you looking for a smarter way to watch TV? Halston Telephone Company introduces HTC Streaming TV. Stream your favorite TV shows using HTC's app-based service on devices like Amazon Fire Stick with cloud DVR included. Get direct access to Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu, and customize your lineup by mixing and matching streaming services that fit your lifestyle and your budget. Call Halston Telephone Company at 800-457-2125 to learn more about HTC Streaming TV, made easy with Halston Telephone Company.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassi Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems, or are you working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
Yeah, I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they will come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
44-33 the score here, 2:52 remaining in this one, as the winner will play on Monday, as the loser will see their season come to a conclusion, as Rosendahl all over Jana Olsen defensively there. Getty gets it now to Majo. Jana Olsen now 10 left on the shot clock. A little hesitation, loses it on the drive, trying to get it ahead in a fast break situation. Miller right there, freed. Misses the first attempt, gets the second one. She's got all 6 points here for the Tornadoes in the fourth quarter. And almost stolen there by Rosendahl, as the Eagles with possession. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, as we're going to have a foul called on Jillian Miller. Second team foul, third for Miller.
Yeah, for Enderlin, you're just fortunate that Oaks only has 6 points in the quarter, because they only have one on the opposite side right now. So just one free throw, that is it for the Enderlin Eagles. And right now, Oaks definitely has to start chasing the game as it currently stands. And you can either play this out to try to get one more possession, or you got to immediately start fouling to extend the game.
And it kind of appears that that's what they're trying to do. And Jana Olsen with a turnover. And if you watched the game last night, that was one of those areas where the Eagles had 3 turnovers in about a 15, 20-second span, which allowed the Colts opportunities to come back in that one. As Aaliyah freed, that one just too strong, as that one falls off the rim. Olsen trying to set up an offense here. The final 90 seconds in the fourth quarter. Jackson, and that one thrown away by Getty. Trying to get over to Karina Olsen. And for Coach Deagle, you gotta think one thing worrying him is, is this going to be a repeat of the way the game ended yesterday? Hopefully not for the Eagles faithful, as Jackson gonna take a seat. Tornadoes need to score, and they need to score quick. And we're gonna have a foul called here on Jana Olsen.
If you're Enderlin, that's okay with where the foul situation is. Your first one so far of the quarter. So you can continue to play aggressive defensively, try to get up on the passing lanes, make it difficult on the ball reversal here for the Tornadoes.
That foul on Jana Olsen is her third. 3-point shot from Lexi Harris, left short. And Miller with the offensive rebound, and she is fouled. She is going to go to the line now for a pair of free throws, and not a bad recipe for the Tornadoes. Try and score with the clock, no time coming off of it.
For the Eagles right now, it probably just feels like the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game has gone about as slow as walking in quicksand. It can't come soon enough. If you're Oaks, you're going to say, if we could have made a layup here or a jumper there, this could have been a 4-point game right now, but still got a lot of time left in them for the Tornadoes.
That free throw off the mark, so it's going to stay at 8. And pestering the ball as we've got a timeout called by Enderlin. And just a short one, so we'll be back here in just a moment as Enderlin leads by 8.
Anderson Seed Farms Incorporated is proud to announce its new partnership with AP Select Seed by AgriPartners. AP Select offers the latest traits in genetics in both corn and soybeans. They're a family-owned company that believes in fair pricing along with unmatched customer support that makes them truly better by choice. Anderson Seed Farms is a certified seed conditioning plant that grows, conditions, and sells Westbred spring wheat seed, which was the top-growing spring wheat in North Dakota last year. Contact Anderson Seed Farms in Foreman at andersonseedfarms.com.
That timeout by the Eagles brought to you by Bank North. Visit banknorth.bank to learn more. As Eagles just trying to get the last 60 seconds to milk off of this clock. As Jackson going to commit the foul. Still one more to give for the Tornadoes. As Jackson picking up her second.
Yeah, if you can't get the ball right away, the arrow does favor Oaks. So if you can't get the ball immediately, Nick, you pretty much got to do that, right? You're trying to extend this game as much as humanly possible going forward. But you got to foul immediately.
And Lexi Harris going to go to the bench with those 4 fouls. So don't want to see her pick up a 5th when you still want to get a couple of 3-point shots up, as Mallory Harris going to pick up the foul, her second, and that's the last one to give. As I expect to see the foul game being played here, trailing by 8. As this is into Olsen, and Jackson tried everything she could to foul Karina Olsen on that one, and this might be the player you don't want to foul, as Jana Olsen is 3 for 6 from the free throw line in the game today, as 2 free throws upcoming. The only point for Enderlin in this quarter belongs to Jana Olsen, 1 for 2 from the free throw line earlier. As she gets this first one to fall. Zoe Getty back in, as well as Lexi Harris.
Yeah, I don't think if you tell Bo Deagle that you'd score 2 points in the fourth quarter and then you'd have a chance to win, that's probably not a recipe too many times. But because, again, what they were able to do in the second quarter particularly kind of gave themselves a little separation.
Second free throw from Olsen, no good. Freed, good strong board. And as you alluded to, second quarter, the Eagles outscored Tornadoes 19-7. Cross-court find, Rosendahl, her 3-point shot. Freed does a good job, kind of over-the-shoulder basket catch. Able to get the offensive rebound and the put-back opportunity. She's got 8 points in the quarter. And the final timeout called by the Oaks Tornadoes.
You know what that reminded me of? NC State with Jimmy V, that desperation heave and the putback. It's kind of what it reminded me a little bit of that particular shot.
Great play, though, by Aaliyah Freed to recognize that that was coming up short and just turn around and catch it over the shoulder.
The only problem now, though, for Oaks is they can't stop the clock from here on out with any timeouts. So if you do make a layup, a three-pointer, the message for Bo Deagle has to be, hey, we can take some time inbounding if someone's not there, and they got 2 timeouts remaining. So situational basketball, Oaks still in the same thing. You can have a quick trap, try to get a steal, try to get a jump. If you don't do that, you got to immediately foul. Got to hope that Enderlin at least misses 1 free throw and then get the ball up in a hurry and see what you can do. And you're probably at the point of the game now where you start kind of thinking about threes, because time's going to come off the clock, even off an inbound for 1 or 2 seconds here. So Enderlin's also got to guard the 3-point line moving forward.
For the Tornadoes, 3 made threes, 2 by Lexi Harris, 1 by Jillian Miller, as it has been mostly Aaliyah Freed from the offensive side of the floor for the Tornadoes. Inbound here to Jana Olsen, and she's just going to cover up, and we've got a jump ball called, and possession's going to be here with the Tornadoes.
There you go. Took 2 seconds off the clock. You got the jump. Not the worst thing in the world for Jana, but the problem is she just held it. She didn't go with any kind of an offensive move, so an easy call to call the tie-up.
Freed up top. This is Mallory Harris trying to get it to Lexi. Lexi, and good steal there by Karina Olsen. And she could have tossed that one ahead to Jana, but instead just going to maintain possession. She'll take her trip to the free throw line. She has 9 points in the game, hoping to get to the double-digit mark with 1 made free throw, hoping for 2. That one off front iron. Zoe Getty back into the game for the Eagles, as well as Sway Jackson back in for Lexi Harris. And that gets Karina Olsen to double figures, as Coach Deagle saying just give them space, don't foul. 3-point shot there from Mallory Harris off the mark, and foul going to be called as Bristol Lemna going to go to the other end for free throws, and that just about does it here in this one, as the Tornadoes have seemingly run out of time in this one.
Yeah, the lower seeds, right? The 9 seed lost to the 8 seed. The 8 seed is out. Now the 7 seed is going to be out here. So the top end of the district is kind of flexing its proverbial muscle, if you will, and we'll find out what can happen moving forward in our next 2 games of the semifinals. But higher seeds been kind of the team to prevail so far throughout the majority of this tournament.
And that free throw from Lemna off the mark. Freed. Hop step, puts that one up, and that will do it here, as the Enderlin Eagles will get a region qualifying game on Monday as they defeat the Tornadoes 46-38. We will step aside and we'll be joined by our Enbridge player of the game here in just a moment. You're watching on yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Red River Valley winters are demanding. The expert heating and plumbing technicians at Bears Home Solutions will keep your home warm, dry, and comfortable all winter long. When winter's chill is in the air,
You need a bear in there.
check out bearshomesolutions.com.
46-38, the final here from Lisbon, as the Enderlin Eagles able to advance to a region qualifying game. I'm joined by our Enbridge player of the game, Jana Olsen. Jana, what can you say about the way your team was able to close out the game here this afternoon and give yourselves a chance to compete again on Monday?
We had to play defense first, so we tried to play our best defense, and then offense wasn't going right, so we have to play good defense, so we did that.
So the way that you guys were able to defend, it seemed like you really focus on trying to cut off any sort of threes and try and force as many turnovers. What is it that Coach Deagle is talking to you all about how to defend a team like this?
Yeah, we have to be aggressive, put ball pressure on them, and make them think a little bit to get the ball in.
You finished with 19 points here this afternoon. What can you say about not only your offensive performance, but the offensive performance of your team in general here to help you guys get this win?
Yeah, we all scored enough, so that was fun, and I just love playing with this team, and we're all friends, so it's just so fun to see everybody score.
Absolutely. Well, big game on Monday. You will definitely be watching this contest, as you guys will play the loser of this one in the region qualifier on Monday. And are joined by my Enbridge player of the game, Jana Olsen finishing with 19 points. We'll finish up our post-game coverage here from Lisbon here in just a moment.
The Bison Booster Club, an organization that is rooted in their support of the activities within the Milner Public School District and the City of Milner. They pride themselves on their community involvement in local donations to area projects and sponsorships to help make their community a pleasant place to reside. If you have any questions or are interested in becoming a Booster Club member, you can check out the Bison Booster Club on Facebook or talk with any of the existing members. The Bison Booster Club, helping make their community a better place to live.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Want to thank our Enbridge player of the game, Jana Olsen, for joining us. Life takes energy. Enbridge is energy for life. Visit enbridge.com for career opportunities. Jana Olsen finishing with 19 points here on the afternoon, joined in double figures by Karina Olsen with 10 points. Zoe Getty 6, Madison Buckles 6 as well. Bristol Lemna 4 points off the bench for the Eagles. As for the Tornadoes, they are led in scoring tonight by Aaliyah Freed. The sophomore forward had 21 points for the Tornadoes as Jillian Miller finished the game with 8, Lexi Harris 6, and Mallory Harris with 3 for the Tornadoes. 9 points in the fourth quarter for Oaks, 3 for the Eagles, but a big second quarter is our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game, the second quarter performance by the Enderlin Eagles to balloon their lead and give them just enough space to pull off a victory here in the end. Agassiz Precision Ag is your local precision planting dealer located in Hillsborough. Call 701-636-2119 or visit planner.com. The Eagles await the loser of the next contest. Maple River and Wymer Lidgerwood. The Tornado season comes to an end. They finish 6-15 on the 25-26 campaign. In about 15 minutes, we will have that Warbirds Raiders contest here on your live event. Make sure you tune into that. Chase Miller will be the headman on the call. I'll be joining with you as well as the Eagles advance to a region qualifier on Monday.